Now, Sky, tech farming looks like Bioharvest has been working to do that and solving it on a global scale. How is Bioharvest a tech farming business, and how are you different from traditional farming?
Well, first of all, I apologize I'm late. This might be the first time in history a conference is ahead of schedule. Really well done. Commenting on that, we characterize ourselves as technology enabled. We aren't a tech company because we don't sell technology, and that's not how we monetize our solution and make money. We make money by farming, by feeding people. And I think what's, to touch on the role of technology and what we do, we view ourselves uniquely as an energy company. We convert sun energy into calories as cheaply as possible. And really our energy powers humans, right? But how do we do that? It involves many technologies. We're fundamentally doing what we can to optimize and capture as much light as possible. So for example, you may be aware we're developing a novel roof washing solution. It's a AI-powered robot roof washer that meets our unique demands in ensuring that our greenhouse remains clean, right? Because ultimately, when you have humidity and then the dust strikes the greenhouse, it blocks light, light is yield, and yield is money, right? And it's our earnings power. And then we innovate on energy infrastructure. In our current farm in Saudi Arabia, we're partnered with Nadek, the major dairy company, and we have built integrated with a 30 megawatt solar power farm. We use that to give us both access to renewable energy, but also affordable energy that's available to us and allows us to power climate systems, reducing both our carbon footprint, but also our cost structure, allowing us to control the climate and offer perfect environmental conditions to our fresh produce. And that's an energy technology, both partnership and novel development. And then maybe a final example, we're doing all kinds of things inside the greenhouse. You mentioned the use of sensors and data. We both partner and develop our own solutions. We have the philosophy that you buy what you can, you build what you must, and if there isn't a solution available to capture the unique insights that we need, which you experience a lot in this region, particularly in tackling humidity, which is the hardest thing to tackle. It isn't the heat that kills us here, it's the humidity. We develop sensor solutions, also optical solutions to better track the health and performance of our plants. And I think in totality, that is how we are technology enabled. We use tech to drive the outcome of more efficient farming, not a tech company. And I think as Bioharvest Smart Farms, we position ourselves a bit differently than some other players in the industry, like say AeroFarms or others. I believe it's a solution that focuses on the affordability of food and the fact that we farm for a living.
Great, thank you. Now, as you're all aware, we need tech to grow food, but how do we pay for this tech? We need capital, and this requires investments from people, from governments, from nations. So, Sky, what does this landscape look like for those who want to invest in, for nations to invest in this landscape?
Well, I think there's two landscapes. There's global and regional. And actually, the reason I was late is I was busy singing for my supper to secure more capital, which went successfully, so it was worthwhile. But it is, fundamentally, we're food infrastructure. This is capital intensive, and it requires, I believe that as we skate forward and as our technologies mature, it's eventually going to merge that those who produce food most effectively are able to access affordable energy and renewable energy and affordable capital. Because eventually the technologies will compete away the excess return in the industry available to the novel producer. We're way early days for that, but I'm just getting to the end because it becomes about capital. Both capital in the infrastructure needs and to supply the power and energy and systems we need to power these farms, but then also in actually building them, right? We design, build, and construct and operate these very large-scale farms. So globally, there is a boom in this space, right? Controlled environment ag touches 4 key verticals on climate change, on governments and backing visions and food security, on technological innovation, and on changing consumer preferences. The consumers are increasing their desire for local premium product, caring where their food's from, traceability, safety, et cetera. Any one of these themes could have an entire venture capital fund dedicated, and many do. This has all of them, right? That is why you see a global boom in controlled environment ag. It is an undeniable business opportunity. Now it's about backing entrepreneurs and companies that are developing solutions that solve that future state of the world in food. Globally, it's booming. Regionally, it used to be hard. And when this started out, it was brutal to raise capital. I think that it was novel, asset-intensive, ag tech, onshore, IoT, all of these things that didn't exist in our novel, emerging venture capital ecosystem. However, that's changing very quickly. Funds are getting involved, international capital's finding us and you and others. Also, governments are putting their money where their mouth is. The Ag Development Fund here in Saudi Arabia, the Industrial Development Fund, ADIO, the Abu Dhabi Investment Office, ADQ, WAFRA, who backed us, the Sovereign Wealth of Kuwait. There are major capital institutions seeing the importance of food security, water conservation, economic diversification, and sustainability, and they're putting the capital into this space. So it's now an exciting place to be. A lot less hard than it was 4 or 5 years ago, but that's a good thing. That's called a growing entrepreneurial ecosystem, and it's what we're all here to back at LEAP.